The Final Four, Chapter 24, Michael Jordan, 8:01 p.m. As MJ reaches the Spartans' bench, Coach Barker is waiting for him. He can see by the hard look on Barker's face that he's screwed up somehow. He figures Barker is about to hang that blown defensive assignment on him and ream him out for leaving Crispin Rice alone beneath the basket. Here it comes, that laryngitis voice about to torture my name again, MJ thinks to himself. Jordan, next time you get an open shot, take it, strains Barker. Don't be afraid to miss. Dealing with the hell of missing is part of the game. I hear you, Coach, says MJ. I don't care what you hear, says Barker, pointing a finger at MJ's head. I only care what sinks into your brain. Then MJ feels himself come under Malcolm's heavy glare. And if MJ had to put words to that look, it would be, if you take a shot instead of me, you better make it. So again, Michael Jordan is dealing with two different schools of thought here. On the one hand, the coach is like, hey, if you get the ball in your hands, you better be making that shot. Okay, take the shot. Meanwhile, Malcolm's glaring him down, like basically saying, hey, I'm the only one that gets to shoot on this team. So of course, when MJ's out on the court, he has those two competing voices in his head. He doesn't know what to do. And so he misses an opportunity there to have made a basket for his team. Flashback now, January 2 months ago. MJ couldn't get comfortable in his seat on the bus ride back to East Lansing after the Spartans defeated interstate rival Michigan and Ann Arbor. Stop squirming around. I'm trying to chill, said Malcolm, kneeing the back of MJ's seat. It's not like your body's sore. How long did you play tonight? 2 lousy minutes? It's not about that, Star. I go hard in the warm-ups and then I get tight sitting on the bench, said MJ over his shoulder. You know how ridiculous that sounds? Snipped Malcolm, who always sat in the last seat on the bus, as far away from Barker's post-game speeches as he could get. Think he's squirming and uptight now? Said Grizzly Bear with his legs stretched to the side over an empty seat. You should have seen MJ 2 years ago, the night we played Illinois, and they had Michael Jordan's son on their squad. That's right, I remember. Jeffrey Jordan, a.k.a. Air Jordan, said Baby Bear, sitting behind Grizzly and opposite Malcolm. MJ was all like, which one is he? I warned MJ, if you ask the dude for his autograph, I'm gonna hurt you, recalled Grizzly. Jeffrey? That's MJ's middle name, said Malcolm with a smirk. I didn't know that, said Grizzly. Me either, said Baby Bear, and the three of them laughed hard over it as MJ scowled. Seeing him must have been like looking in a mirror for you, mocked Malcolm. Yeah, it was something like that, mumbled MJ, staring out the window. So, could Air Jordan ball like his pops? Asked Malcolm. No, he wasn't even a starter, said Baby Bear. He mostly rode the bench. I think he transferred from Illinois to some small school in Florida to play with his younger brother. Then what was all the fuss about? Malcolm asked MJ. He was no better than you. Playing 2-on-2, me and you would have put a whooping on Jordan's kids. It was about him and me growing up under a microscope, with the same name and pressures on the court, said MJ, turning back to face the guys. Only Air Jordan did it in a mansion with security guards, watching his father win NBA championships and get down with the Looney Tunes and Space Jam, cracked Baby Bear. So, did you actually get on the court against him, or was this all drama in your head? Asked Malcolm. I watched him during warm-ups. He had his game face screwed on super tight, so I didn't say anything to him, said MJ. Back in the day, his pops would have blown off any dude on the other team who wanted to yak before a game, said Grizzly. That's the kind of hardcore competitor he was. I was thinking about that too, said MJ. Anyway, he played 7 or 8 minutes in the first half, but I didn't get in. What a surprise, said Malcolm. But in the second half, we were ahead by something like 15 points with 3 minutes left. There was a stop and play, and the other coach sent Jeffrey Jordan back on the court. Then Barker yelled at me, go out there and guard him. Show him who his daddy is. Oh, Coach had jokes, said Malcolm, slapping his knee in amusement. And you have to remember, Air Jordan doesn't have a single point in the game yet, adds Baby Bear for Malcolm's benefit. Almost right away, he gets the rock, and I'm in front of him one-on-one, said MJ with his shoulders starting to shift, as if he were playing now. He fakes left and then right, but I don't budge. All of a sudden, he blasts straight at me. I had to take a step back on my heels, and he cut around. The only thing I could do was a foul, but he scored anyway. Then he hit the foul shot for a 3-point play. And our home crowd was into it too. They knew it was Jordan on Jordan, said Grizzly Bear. It was like a mini game inside of our game. I would have tackled him before I let him score, Malcolm told MJ. Did you get back at him? I stopped him another time. Then I finally got the ball in my hands with like 5 seconds left, standing behind the 3-point line. But we were ahead by 10 points, and Coach told us to kill off the clock. So I just held on to the rock, said MJ. After the game, I wanted to fist bump him, but he was already heading back down the tunnel towards the lockers. I'll tell you this right now, said Malcolm. Me and you come from 2 different planets because sure as anything, I would have shot that 3-pointer to get us even. See, that's the difference between us, said MJ. It's not all about me, my wants, my wishes. It's about the team. I heard that a million times. There is no I in team, said Malcolm. It doesn't matter how much I play it for myself. You're still my brother on the court. I've got your back over any dude wearing a different color. I would have knocked Jordan Jr. on his to get you an open shot. Coach should have had your back the same way. Wait, let me get this straight. You're my brother on the court? You are my brother on this team? Asked MJ with his voice slowing down twice to punctuate the same word. Since when? It's not my fault you don't see it. Maybe none of you do, said Malcolm, expanding his gaze from MJ to Grizzly and Baby Bear too. See, you want me to be your little brother. My skills make me big brother to all of you. So when they put the plate of pork chops out on the table, I grab first. Take as much as I want. You all come after. That's respect for me. The respect I deserve here. Grizzly and Baby Bear laughed, shaking their heads at each other like Malcolm was full of bull. But MJ looked at Malcolm and thought to himself, at least that's something I can wrap my mind around. I don't completely agree with it. Maybe not even 50% worth. But I understand where he's coming from a little more now. So in this flashback, we get to hear the story about the time that MJ got to take on Michael Jordan's son, Jeffrey, and how it was Jordan on Jordan out there on the court. And he could kind of relate to Michael Jordan's son because they both face a lot of pressure. All right, Jeffrey, because, hello, his dad's Michael Jordan, and then MJ because he's named after Michael Jordan. And Malcolm says, well, I would have backed you up on that game. Like, I would have been there for you. And MJ looks at him like, what? I'm sorry. No, you wouldn't have. But Malcolm says, yeah, like, you're all my little brothers. Like, I'm the big brother. I get to take whatever I want first out on the court. And then whatever's left over, y'all can help out the team with. Which, again, shows that he has a major ego, but it allows MJ to understand Malcolm's way of thinking a little bit better. That in Malcolm's mind, they are brothers, but he just comes first because he's the quote-unquote big brother.